Hello students. Before we are going to start 1.5 and 1.6 exercises, here we have to remember or recall these concepts, fundamentals, so that we can start 1.5 exercise. Now this is root 2 is an irrational number. The value is 1.41421356237 and so on. So here the decimal expansion will continue like that, and there is no end at all. So we call it as a irrational number. For an irrational number, if you add any number like 3 is a natural number, so 3 point, you can keep any number of zeros, but there is no value, and the value of root 2 is 1.414213562373 and so on. If you add those two numbers, you will get 4.414213562373 and so on. Here, if you observe, the units place is changing but not the decimal. So the first thing we have to recall, whether it is a irrational or rational number, we have to see its decimal. If the decimal is terminating, then we can call it as a rational number. If the decimal is repeating also, we can call it as a rational number. But this decimal is non-terminating and non-repeating, therefore we can call it as a irrational number. So from this point we are going to learn any number, natural number or rational number, added to irrational number, subtracted to irrational number, or any operation from addition, subtraction, multiplication and division will be irrational number. That is the first concept. Here we have a root 2 value, root 3 value, root 5 values are there. Now, next, a rationalized denominator. So, in the denominator, root should not exist because it is having non-terminating and non-repeating decimals. Therefore, here also in the denominator we cannot keep, because there is no meaning how many parts the fraction is going to have. But as it is irrational number, it is undefined. Therefore, we have to keep the root value to the numerator. So simply 1 by root 2 is there. Therefore, we can multiply with 1. 1 mean just suit to the denominator. We can take a unit fraction like root 2 by root 2. So why we are going to take this one, we will see. Here 1 into root 2 is root 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 4, or that means root of 4, that is 2. So in the denominator we can eradicate, remove root value. Therefore in the denominator there is no root value. The root value was shifted to numerator. So we can divide into two parts, that's all. So clearly the parts are clear, that means denominator is clear, so that whatever the numerator, but the denominator shows the number of parts 2. But here what are the number of parts? It's keep on counting. Now, if you observe these two irrational numbers, root 2 times root 3, we can write, because both are having the square roots. So square root of 2, square root of 3 can be written as a square root of 2 times 3, that is a square root of 6. Now, square root of 10 divided by square root of 2, that is square root of 10 by 2, that is square root of 5. And this is multiplication and this is division. This combination will happen only for the multiplication and division only. If you observe, root 2 plus root 3 never be combined. They are equal to root 2 plus root 3 only, no change at all. And it is not equal to root 5. So we should not add them. So this is wrong, that means this is wrong answer, and root 2 plus root 3 is a correct answer. We have to keep like that only. There is no addition or subtraction possible with root 2 and root 2 with the square roots. Here also root 5 minus root 2 will not equal to, here there is no subtraction, that is a wrong answer. So here root 5 minus root 2 is as it is. Now we are going to recall few algebraic identities. A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. A minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. A plus b of a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Now here the last one, exponents and powers. A power m times a power n is equal to a power m plus n. A power n divided by a power n is equal to a power m minus n. When the bases are equal, add the powers. When the bases are equal during the division, subtract the powers. With the same base having two powers, the two powers are going to multiply a power m times n. And there is a common power, that is m, can be distributed to a and b. ab whole power m is equal to a power m times b power m. In the same way, a by b whole power n is equal to a power n b power n. And anything power 0 is equal to 1. Now 1 by x can be written as x power minus 1, or x power minus 2 can be written as 1 by x square. So just denominator to numerator, numerator to denominator. Just you observe these two changes so that we can start next two exercises.